MaDVaX Gaming.
Hey, what is up, you guys? MaDVaX Gaming here, and today we are going to build Michael Myers' house, the Myers house, the house where when Michael was only 6 years old, he murdered his sister in her bedroom while she brushed her hair, and since then has murdered many more, and the house, they say, is still haunted to this day. So we're going to be building that on Minecraft today. Unfortunately, I didn't have all the textures to make it look exactly like the house. I had to improvise as best as I could. So what I went for with the white siding, because there's really nothing that looks like white siding, is I went with iron block, and for the roof I went with cracked deep slate bricks because I thought that would work the best. And I also went with stone steps. There was no white fence. There's no white fence, which his whole porch is made out of white fence. So I went with diorite. It was the closest thing I could because at least it's kind of white. I did tinted glass for the windows to give it that really dark effect, and I picked out just the brown door. I'm picking out all my colors right now, thinking through. And I also decided today, since you guys seem to ask a lot after I do make a new project, can you do a tutorial? Instead of just speeding it up and having music, I'm going to just explain what I'm doing. So that's exactly what this video is going to be. One of the struggles I had was figuring out what to make the actual porch out of because it's made out of a gray wood, like an old, aged, gray, dirty wood, and there's nothing like that on Minecraft, so I had to go with stone bricks. It was the closest thing that kind of looked like wooden panels. And yeah, so we're going to get started on building now that we have all of our supplies. Alright, so now we're going to start building. This is when I got the stone and use that. And I'm just crisscrossing back and forth now. Whenever I build a project and I'm trying to make it look exactly like something and I have a photo in my hand, I always just build the whole front and then build around. As you can see, the villagers were driving me crazy. They would not leave this new house alone. They have millions of things to do in Imagination Land, and they had to hover around this one. I don't get it. But anyway, I had put the porch roof on and realized that I had it one too short, so it just didn't work. I also had thought about using steps, but they didn't have cracked deep slate steps, and I really liked the look of the cracked because it gave it that aged look. So I just went with just using the straight up blocky look to it instead of actually using steps. And now I'm working on the second story here, putting in the windows, and I think it looks really good so far. And I'm working on the roof now, which the roof really didn't have to be that crazy. It's a pretty shallow roof, so I went about 5 high, and then I'm filling in the sides here. And like I said, we can't really see what the sides and the back of the house look like, so I'm just trying to match it as well as I can and make it look as nice as I can, considering we don't really know what it looks like. But I'm filling this out here with the iron block and going up with the roof and crisscrossing back and forth, which is honestly so satisfying to watch sped up. And I love the Ripley sound. It's like taking a book and like making all the pages go really fast or something. And now we're working on the roof here, and I filled out the sides, as you can see. And then I just kind of broke it apart there because I realized I went a little crazy when I started building, that I didn't need all those blocks. So I took out what I didn't need. I filled out both the sides, and then I took it out because I realized it looked way too much like Monster House from the movie Monster House, and I didn't like that. So I took it off, but then it also inspired me for a new video, so stay tuned for that. And now I'm trying to figure out how to make the drain pipe that's broken off. And it was really difficult because I wanted to use the metal piping, and as you can see, because it fences out when you try to do it, it just didn't work, and I settled for copper. I'm still not the happiest with it, but when I tried to use the white pipe, I just didn't like the way it looked because it just made it glow, and then that's not accurate either, and it needs to be on a diagonal, but of course I can't do that. I also took the one window you probably saw in the video and I made it a lighter gray colored glass, so that way it appears that it is broken. And of course I placed a pumpkin, and now I'm placing red stone dust all over the place because it kind of looks like blood splatter to be all spooky. And I put the red torches under the window to give them slight light but not too much light because we really want that dark, abandoned, eerie look to it, but we don't want it so dark that it's not going to stand out at night. And now I'm just building a little surprise inside since we don't really know what the house looks like inside except for little glimpses here and there when he's murdering somebody. It makes it really difficult to tell exactly what the house structure would look like inside. So I figured I still wanted to make it functional, so I'll just put a surprise inside. And I built a whole entire Michael Myers. He's derpy looking, but I absolutely love it and I think he's adorable. Red candles to make it look really spooky, and of course a pumpkin. And now I'm going around and just adding some windows where I feel like it would look really nice and just kind of make it look more like a real home. We know that there are some side windows because we see him peeking in the original movie. And yeah, so here I am filling out a little path here and just making it kind of look like the path is all broken up. And then I'm adding this little touch of a sign here saying the Myers, splashing it with red, and then here you go. This is the final product of the house. And I'm honestly really happy with it. And since the new movie's out, I thought it would be a great way to, get it going with the trend of Michael Myers and it's Halloween. I personally don't really like this whole new series of the Halloween movies. Halloween, Halloween Kills, Halloween Ends. It's not the timeline I like. I like 1, 2, and H2O. That's just my personal preference. Comment below what's your favorite timeline. Maybe you like 1 through 6, or, that's okay too. Or maybe you just like number 3 and you don't like any of them. There's really so many different timelines, so let me know what you guys think. But no matter what, this house is in every single one of them, and I think that it looks extremely accurate, and it's hidden away after I planted some trees into the woods of Imagination Land, the forbidden woods that no one should walk into. Thank you guys for watching.
Thanks for watching.